Well, Michael, that first 45 minutes, was that the best 45 minutes your side have played this season?
Yeah, I think it'd be hard to argue against that, wouldn't it? I think in terms of the way we moved the ball, the chances we created, the only downside is we go in 1-0 up. Sounds crazy. You'd be delighted away from home to go in 1-0 up at half time, but yeah, it should have been 4 or 5, I think. And even in the second half, I said to the players then, look, we still had 2 or 3 opportunities in that first 15 minutes of the second half before, obviously, Crewe changing the style, making the changes, going more direct, going 4-4-2, and it asked a lot of questions for us. But having said that, I thought for the majority of it we answered it quite well.
Yeah, Tom Hopper is in the dressing room wondering how he's not got a couple of goals tonight.
Yeah, I can't tell you what he's just said to me because I have asked him that question as I was walking out the dressing room, but I would get lynched and it would be very inappropriate for me to tell you what his response was.
The first one, that was the header. Because what happened with the second one? Because for all intents and purposes, it looked like it was diving header 2-0.
Well, I did say that to him. He said it actually looked more difficult to actually miss, but I think the goalkeeper got back, to be fair. I've not had another look at it, but obviously from the view, we are. It's probably similar to you. Well, you've got a better view than us, but yeah, he just looked difficult to not be in the back of the net. So a little bit frustrating from his point of view. Still great from my point of view that he's in there trying to make it happen. That's important. Now it doesn't matter, but in the next game or the next game after that, getting that second or that third goal could be crucial, and we've just got to make sure we're a little bit more clinical.
Did your side show their 2 expertise tonight? First half with their attacking sense, but second half when backs were against the wall, maybe not in terms of shot stopping from your goalkeeper, but just generally defending and repelling Crewe?
Yeah, definitely. Like I say, they put us under pressure in that last 15 minutes at times, putting crosses into the box. And you have to answer a lot of questions. You have to be a team of all seasons throughout 90 minutes, never mind throughout the season. Yeah, and we work. It's okay to give ourselves plaudits and pat ourselves on the back for the first 60, 65 minutes or so. But the way we defended in the last 15, 20 minutes was just as good and just as pleasing. And for us to keep another clean sheet away from home, again, I'm very happy.
Last 15 minutes, again, you sided backs to the wall. You decided not to make any changes, which is sometimes quite surprising. What was going through your mind at that point?
What was going through my mind? I didn't want to really. We looked so focused. Didn't really want to change. I know there was a couple of lads that had a little bit of cramp. I think Brennan might have been struggling slightly, but then very, very quickly when you asked the question, no, I'm fine. We got that response. We changed it a little bit when they went 4-4-2, and we tried to do something similar and try to get Brennan playing off hops, but we didn't really get him on the ball in there, so we flipped it back when we had the opportunity to try and screen the 2 centre halves. So yeah, it was a challenge for us the last 15-20 minutes, but if you come away to Crewe, who've had a couple of decent results so far this season and dominate as what we did for 65 minutes, 70 minutes or so, and have to take up a little bit of pressure for the last 15-20, I think I'll take that.
Lewis Monster, some of his passing was exquisite tonight, but again, he did his job, didn't he, in that last 20 minutes as a centre-half, heading and kicking everything and doing the dirty stuff.
Yeah, and that'll be more of a lesson for him, that 15-20 minutes at the end, than him having the ability to show how good he is with his vision and his range of passing, recognising when he doesn't have to defend behind the striker because obviously it's been played in, recognising every now and again he can get close to him but beside him instead of behind him. They're the type of lessons that will be invaluable for Lewis, and we're going to come against sides this year that are going to put us under pressure, they're going to put balls in the box, and then type of areas of the field is what he needs to be good at. Liam
Bridcut missed out today. Just to recap, you're not expecting him back for a couple of weeks, is that right?
Yeah, it's going to be probably 2 or 3 weeks, Brid's probably 3 weeks. He felt it in the warm-up before the game on Saturday, but he's got such a massive muscle mass in his legs. Somehow he got through the game. I don't know how he got through the game. He didn't want to come off at any time. Credit to him. But what I would say, and we've seen it previous with Brid's, when he picked up the hamstring injury in pre-season, he is one of those players who recovers pretty quickly. So we're hoping that, because it's soft tissue injury, that'll be the case again.
You go to Doncaster on Saturday. Last I looked, they were losing against Plymouth, and you must go in there full of confidence once again after another great away display.
Yeah, we will, and it's one of them where Donny are probably one of the best sides in the league at keeping the ball, you know. So we'll be aware of that and be respectful of that. And we know they're a good side. I've seen them turn Bristol Rovers over early on in the season, and obviously they beat Ipswich, you know, just recently so they're capable of scoring goals. So we're mindful of that and we're wary of that. But I think we're capable of scoring goals as well. I think you've seen tonight. I know we've only got one, but it should have been a lot more.